at that point in time, even if you sell your company for millions and millions, hundreds of millions of dollars, it does not necessarily mean that you are going to make money. So even in the press, when you see like this company just got sold for $1 billion, it's like no one's really showing you the cap table of what happened there, right? So even if you beat the odds and you get to this like unicorn, it's like even then it's not a guarantee. So I do think it's really cool that there's such an opportunity now for people to just build things and put it out there, and it's a very different environment than we got started in, for sure.
Can I double click on the, like, I think you did a lot of cool math right there, which is like, one is like dilution math as you do multiple rounds. So ultimately, like, I think the bottom line, what you're saying is like the average $1 billion company, the CEO owns 12%, right? So like, I run into a lot of first time founders and they're like, I own 95% of my business. And I'm like, well, how many rounds of funding are you going to do? Like, because the average $1 billion company, you own 12%. The other thing I think I'd love, that's like the subtext of what you said, is like, can you share with us like liquidation preferences?
I was just about to say that.
Yeah.
I was just about to say that. It's like, if
and
you,
like, what even are those?
Yeah, liquidation preference is basically like saying, okay, as an investor, you can set up a schedule that says, if there's a liquidity event here, I get my money based on these terms. If there's a 1x liquidation preference, that means that they get 1x of what they invested back before anybody else gets any money in the deal. In some cases, especially if you get into trouble or the business is doing great and you need to raise kind of an emergency round, you can have, it's called structure on the deal, where there's all kinds of different terms, but just focusing on liquidation preference, you could have a 1.5, a 2x liquidation preference. So the investor, if they put in, $5 million, they might get $10 million back before anybody else gets anything. Well, if you have a waterfall of that, you could get to the point where you sell your company for a lot of money, but by the time it gets to the common stockholders, you may not even make anything.
Yeah.